And what I wanted to celebrate with you today, which I thought was rather marvellous, I do like to see what's happening, on this day. Guess what World Day it is today? Anyone know? Did a little bit of homework for you. It is World Braille Day. Amazing. And I did not know about Louis Braille. I know roughly, but we won't talk about this thing. Let me tell you a little bit about him, because it's so inspiring and it's going to actually feed our practice today. So Louis Braille was born on the 4th of January. Here we are on the 4th in 1809. And he was blinded in both eyes as a child by an accident. But it didn't seem to stop him. He seemed to cope with this disability with his education and things. And he actually won a scholarship to the Royal Institute for the Blind Youth in France. Now, what's even more extraordinary is that he was really inspired by the military let me say if I can get it right, cryptographer Charles Barbier of the French army. And this is how he created the tactile code system for people with limited or no sight. Now, he presented it in 1824. How old was he? He was 15. Isn't that incredible? So, as you may know, we are I created a program called Compassionate Body. And we're starting in a few weeks. We're starting in February. And so we've been interviewing people that are applying for this course, and we've all got different challenges with our bodies. And what I've been struck by, just like Louis Braille, is that against all odds, whether it's been emotional trauma or physical trauma that's happened in childhood, or that they've suffered through an accident or whatever, their willingness to not give up. This extraordinary, and there's something inside us that I think we can connect to more easily when we are self-compassionate. And I know that I really value my sight. I always have. I was expected to need glasses when I was little. Both my parents had all sorts of challenges with their eyes. And I was truly blessed until I wrote my first book, actually. So about 9 years ago, did I need these beautiful specs. So grateful that I have them. But my sight is radically changing every day. And so this really touched my heart even more, because I don't take it for granted, but I really can't read things without my glasses now. I can't see things close up. My sons think it's hilarious that my phone has very large text, and they tease me. So what I wanted us to do today is to really welcome and celebrate and draw in the gratitude and appreciation of our senses, even if they're limited, whether that's we struggle with our hearing, or whether it's our sight, whether there's other challenges, maybe with sense of touch or speech. And so I thought it would be lovely to celebrate through our mindfulness practice, and then bring in lots of compassion if we are struggling in a particular way with our bodies. Does that make sense? I thought that would be a lovely way to start the year, because we can often take our bodies for granted. Hopefully your body's not too challenging. Mine's been a bit of a challenging vehicle. And as you know, that's why I created Compassionate Body, because I learnt the skills of self-compassion and then realized I wasn't applying them to my body. I was still beating my body up, saying, "You're rubbish, you're no good, why can't you get me up the stairs? Why are you causing me pain?" etc. And so today, let us celebrate what is working, so that maybe the breath flows effortlessly, And that's our focus. But we're going to we'll start with our eyes closed, and then we'll go into eyes open practice, and then we'll close them again. So we'll really start to experience the senses, and I'll guide you through. We'll keep it very simple and gentle. How does that sound? Is that okay? Okay. I like a good thumbs up. Thanks, lovelies. All right. You get yourselves comfy, and then we'll begin. All right. Taking a nice deep breath. As you breathe out, allowing yourself to have one of those lovely releasing sighs. Deepening the breath if that feels good. And as you breathe out, gentle sigh out. And as we settle into our practice, notice what's here. Perhaps noticing our first sense, our sense of touch, where your body makes contact with the floor, the chair, or the bed. Noticing what that sensation is like. It may be comfortable, it may be uncomfortable, it may be neutral. If you need to, you can make adjustments if that feels good. And your hands may be resting on your body. You may choose to rest them on your heart for a little while. And again, with your mindful awareness, begin noticing the textures underneath your hands. For me, one hand's resting on the other. Very different texture to the other hand resting on my blouse. Becoming aware of the sensations in the hand and the connection with the rest of your body. And if you'd like to, you can rest your hands in a different place, and maybe there's a different experience awaiting the senses of touch. Being really curious. Maybe you'd like to move your fingertips and explore those sensations a little bit more. You can make it light, enjoyable, easy. And if you'd like to, and it's just a choice, you may like to softly open your eyes now with a soft gaze, very softly, maybe with a gentle, warm lens, and noticing what you see. And if you want to keep your eyes closed, that's fine too. But if they're open, perhaps noticing where the light is landing on your furniture. Maybe noticing shapes and colours. Perhaps paying attention to a particular item that maybe you don't really notice. You tend to walk past. There's a rather interesting pattern on the chair in my room. I don't think I've ever noticed. It looks like the pattern that the waves create in the sand as the tide goes out. So simply enjoying a mindful observation with your eyes, with your sight. And if your eyes are closed, you may get a sense of different colours or lights. And when you're ready, you can softly close your eyes again. Settle back into the eyes closed, gentle rhythm of your breathing. And you may be curious about the sounds that are gently landing on your ears. You don't need to go and search for them. Maybe the whirring of your laptop. Maybe the sounds of the heating or the cooling systems. Maybe there's vehicles driving past your house. Again, with a very gentle, effortless awareness, noticing what you can hear. And if hearing's difficult, you can turn your attention somewhere else if that feels kinder. Maybe back to the touch or the sight. And then if you'd like to get curious around any aromas, maybe there's a lovely scent of coffee, your first morning coffee. Maybe leftover aromas from your lunch. Or perhaps some flowers in the room. Or a lovely oil burner. Just being curious. And if there's nothing particularly obvious, maybe you have some nice hand cream you've used that you'd like to enjoy. Or maybe some perfume or aftershave. And again, being curious with the sense of taste. Maybe you've had a lovely drink or something delicious to eat that is still lingering. Maybe you've just cleaned your teeth and there's a lovely tingling taste of minty freshness in your mouth. And then gently letting go of focusing on a specific sense and enjoying the experience of being fully human. A holistic moment in this human form, this body, this vehicle that carries us. Often very obedient, carries on even when tired. And you may like to wrap your arms around your body in thanks and appreciation, offering some gentle strokes or a lovely hug, if that feels good. And if, like me, maybe your body is giving you trouble today, maybe it's very sore, maybe there's some things that are frightening you, then use these loving arms, this wonderful embrace, to offer compassion, tenderness. And if you can receive it, receive the support and soothing of this touch. And if you prefer, you can just rest your hands in your lap or over your heart, really offering this sense of caring. Holding your own hands. Perhaps offering some kind, loving words to your body. I'm so sorry you're suffering. I'm here for you. I've got you. Doing your best to offer friendliness and support. And if that feels too hard today, just resting in the rhythm of your breathing. And let the flow of breath move toward you and your heart and flow out to your body. Sending love and compassion to any parts that are struggling. Sending love and compassion to every cell in your body. Trillions of cells all doing their best. And if you can, just rest in this tender rhythm. In your compassionate and loving, kind words. And receiving a tactile gesture of compassion. And if it feels appropriate, you may like to breathe in appreciation for the trillions of cells that make up your body, for your fingers and toes, for your senses, for the organs and veins and bones and muscles and connective tissues and tendons, and of course your brain. Even if they are not perfect, they make up who you really are right now in this moment. Wrapping yourself up in this love and appreciation for your body, for your senses and all the mechanisms that go on without us even knowing, whilst we're asleep and awake. And as we bring our practice to a gentler close, we can use our imaginations and enjoy these wonderful words for a new year blessing. On the day when the weight deadens on your shoulders and you stumble, may the clay dance to balance you. And when your eyes freeze behind the grey window and the ghost of loss gets into you, may a flock of colours, indigo, red, green, and azure blue, come to awaken in you a meadow of delight. When the canvas frays and the currach of thought and a stain of ocean blackens beneath you, may there come across the waters a path of yellow moonlight to bring you safely home. May the nourishment of the earth be yours. May the clarity of light be yours. May the fluency of the ocean be yours. May the protection of the ancestors be yours. And so may a slow wind work these words of love around you, an invisible cloak to mind your life. And with a gentle, tender breath, releasing your practice, allowing yourself to be just as you are, just for now. And with another gentle breath, you may like to have a little stretch, a wiggle, maybe a smile, and softly open your eyes when you're ready. Ooh, maybe a little yawn. Very nice.